Hello, my name is Joel Windsor, manager of MusicFestivalSuite.com. Windsor Graphics is pleased to offer Music Festival Suite to festivals across Canada. You are watching this video because you are a volunteer or employee of a festival that subscribes to Music Festival Suite. This video will give you an understanding of how to manage your syllabus within Music Festival Suite through the Class Admin menu. Please note that while this video walkthrough is meant to help you, it is not an exhaustive look at all of the details of the system. For more refined details, read the printable MusicFestivalSuite.com administration manual available on the Subscribing Festivals pages at MusicFestivalSuite.com. Music Festival Suite is designed to work whether you are a member festival of a provincial organization with a standard syllabus, or whether your syllabus is unique to your own circumstances. If you use a standard syllabus, you are also able to add your own classes specific to your festival, known as local addenda. The class numbers for local addenda start with a 0, whereas all other classes are defined by the provincial organization. Festivals who use a standard provincial syllabus should know that Music Festival Suite staff will update those standard syllabi for you each year, but you are responsible for updating any local addenda you have. Festivals who do not use a standard syllabus are responsible for updating their entire syllabus each year. If this is your first subscription year with Music Festival Suite, you work with our staff to get your syllabus in its entirety into our system by way of a spreadsheet of your classes. You can use this video to understand what each column refers to. In Music Festival Suite, we organize all classes in a syllabus into larger categories with smaller categories called disciplines. With standard syllabi, you don't have much of a choice as to what these categories and disciplines are called, but with a site-specific syllabus, you can name your own categories and disciplines. Music Festival Suite works with a 5-digit class number system, and if you have fewer than 5 digits, we work out with you how to manage that so that your syllabus does not need to be changed heavily to accommodate our system. Each class has a number, a title, and some rules for entry. The first rule is what type of entrant should participate in the class. Music Festival Suite works with two kinds of entrants: individuals and groups. Groups are musical ensembles that tend to have a specific name, like a high school band or community choir. Individuals are recognized as such. Music Festival Suite allows you to make classes that accept duets, trios, and small ensembles up to a maximum of 12 people, where individual entrants can enter, as they would be using their own names, not a group name. The next rule is the minimum and maximum number of entrants. Our software needs to know how many are allowed to enter on the same registration. For example, a solo class would have a minimum and maximum of 1, a duet class would have a minimum and maximum of 2, and a small ensemble class may have a minimum of 4 and a maximum of 8 as an example. The minimum and maximum number of pieces works similarly. If a person is supposed to only play one selection, the minimum and maximum pieces should be 1. If they are playing in a concert class, the minimum and maximum may be 3 pieces. If they are a group entrant and are given the opportunity to play any number of pieces they wish, they can have a minimum of 1 and a maximum of 4 as an example. The Require Instrument to be Identified rule tells Music Festival Suite whether or not a registrant needs to include what instrument they are playing. This is useful for an open strings class where the instrument could be a violin, viola, cello, or double bass, and even more useful for percussion classes where the instruments range in size from snare drum to marimba. Piano classes seldom require the instrument be identified, it is self-evident. We will not be discussing the various rules regarding scheduling, which include set or piece time, and class intro, extra stage, between, and class close times. These will be discussed in a video titled Class Definitions for Scheduling. The final fields that aren't immediately seen on the original list of classes are the prescribed festival fields, including the title, opus, composer, and arranger. Use these fields only if an entrant is required to play a specific piece of your selection. This does not work if you give the performer a list of options to choose from. For prescribed musical theater selections, we recommend you place the show title in the opus. If a piece has no arranger, we also recommend using the phrase none. The entry fee rule is a single flat rate fee for each entry in that class. Music Festival Suite does not work with graduated fees, so if your festival is used to graduated fees for a class, you will need to create new classes for the different striations of themes. To create a new class, in Class Admin, choose the Add a Class submenu. You'll notice all the same rules that have already been discussed, as well as 2 additional ones. The first new rule is the Include Class in this Festival. If this is set to No, this class will not be visible and available to registrants. There are many reasons for doing so, including preparing a class for use in future years, or making the class available once every other year or similar. However, if you want registrants to use the class, you must set this to Yes. The other rule is May use an accompanist. Music Festival Suite does not require registrants to identify who their accompanist is, but offers them the opportunity, largely because it helps you out with scheduling to make sure an accompanist isn't double booked. However, there are some classes where an accompanist should not be permitted, such as in an a cappella class. When creating a class, recall that if you use a provincial standard syllabus, your 5-digit class number must start with a 0. Best practices also suggest that the rest of your class number be similar to standard class numbers. For example, in Alberta, if you're creating a new piano class, it must start with 0, but could continue with 7, as the first digit for standard piano classes in Alberta is 7. Also, it is not necessary to set any of the schedule and time fields, nor is it necessary to enter an adjudicator ID when creating a class, not at this point. These things will be set while you're preparing for registration season to close, and are discussed in other videos later on. Don't forget to hit Save. As discussed previously, you can make some classes available and others unavailable for registration. We call this class inclusion, for which you can find a submenu in Class Admin. In here, simply check the boxes you want registrants to be able to see, and clear the boxes you don't want them to see. For example, if you're not offering concert band classes, clear those boxes, and those classes will not appear for a registrant when they select their classes. As you proceed, you may find you wish to edit a class. The best way to edit a single class for a single issue is to find that class in the list of festival classes and choose the Edit button. However, what if you want to edit a large list of classes? Let's say you want to change all the entry fees for singers, or disclude an entire discipline from your festival. This is the best time for the Batch Edit feature in Class Admin. Notice it asks for a range of class numbers. The From Class Number field is your lowest class number, and the To Class Number field is your highest class number, indicating that every class in this range, including the ones you enter here, will see the exact same change. Music Festival Suite only allows certain rules to be changed through the Batch Edit feature, and at this point the only rules you might be concerned with are the entry fee and the Include Classes in Festival rules. Whichever rules you check will be the ones changed, and to the values you identify. When you're ready, choose Execute, and it will change all those classes for you. We must offer a warning. This action is not reversible. If you make an error, and you think the error is going to cost many hours to repair, the only solution you have available to you is the recovery from a backup you will have saved, which you can learn more about in the Data Backups video. Although you may be able to recover your own work, whatever other work or registrations have been entered may also be lost, so data recovery can be quite dangerous all the same. Be careful about what you change, and be sure that it is exactly what you want changed. If you need to see further details of each component of your subscription with Music Festival Suite, refer to the MFS Admin Manual available on the Subscribing Festivals page of www.musicfestivalsuite.com. If you need an answer not provided in the manual, please feel free to send your questions to support@musicfestivalsuite.com. If you are just setting up your subscription, the next video I recommend is the Initial Contact with Participants video. If you are reacquainting yourself after a long break, the next video I recommend is the Data Backups video. Both videos are available on the Subscribing Festivals pages of www.musicfestivalsuite.com. Thank you for viewing this administrative tutorial.